Hello everyone, now we'll do the presentation of life cycle analysis. Lipsticks is widely used as a cosmetics. Tens of thousands of lipsticks are used every year. The huge consumption of lipsticks also causes several environmental pollution. Therefore, our target product is a lipstick, which is called Glowing Pink Rouge Excess Lipstick. The brand is a perfect daily of China. The total weight of the product is 41.2 gram and the length is 77 millimeters. Product consists of two parts, shell and lipstick solid. The shell is mainly made of PVC plastic and aluminum, and the solid material of the lipstick is animal and plant oil and industrial dye. As the main materials of products, a large part of them are not recyclable and have certain harm to the environment. Second, the dyes used in the products are industrial dyes, which will cause pollution. In addition, as consumer, lipstick is difficult to meet the daily use. Consumers will choose multiple lipsticks to buy and use, which aggravates the consumption of lipsticks. Next is life cycle analysis, which can be divided into 6 parts. The first part is the transportation of raw materials. Next is the production and the distribution of products. Then is the use of products, and the last part is the recycling and waste disposal. Next, I will introduce each part in detail. First, raw materials acquisition. The main solid and liquid materials of lipsticks and transported to the factory for processing. Then in the manufacturing of products, the raw materials are processed and then cooled and shipped to produce the shell and the lipstick solid, respectively. The two parts are assembled into finished and products and packaged. The third part is distribution and the transportation of products. After packing, lipsticks are transported by air and land from Suzhou to Chengdu and then to various distributors. Next is the use of products. Consumers buy lipsticks from the store, but each consumer will buy lipsticks of different colors to meet the daily use. The next part is disposal of product waste. First of all, cardboard is recyclable as the outer packaging material of the product. Most of the metal, plastic, and industrial dye as the shell materials of the product are not recyclable, and the distribution of these materials will produce waste pollution. The main solid materials of the lipstick are animal and plant oils and industrial materials. Most of these materials cannot be recycled. Next, we will introduce the detailed problems.
Now let's look at the specific numbers of life cycle analysis. As you can see, the production phase has the greatest environmental impact, which causes about 33 million points in total, and the distribution comes the second. The main material, aluminum, is the most energy-consuming component, not only the production of raw material, where the indicator is as high as 20.75, but also its main manufacturing process, cold impact extrusion, and enameling. They all have greater environmental impact than other materials. Next is the distribution. This lipstick is manufactured and packaged at the factory in Suzhou, Jiangsu. The final products are transported by lorry to Shanghai first because there's no airport in Suzhou, and then by air to the retail store in Chengdu. The long-distance transport adds to quite a big environmental burden, which is almost half as that from the production phase. And in addition, the manufacturer has a well-developed global supply chain, so it's hard to track all the raw materials and packaging materials. So the environmental impact is definitely much bigger than we can calculate. Then is disposal. As mentioned before, aluminum and plastic ABS and PP are ideal for recycling. However, the plastic-based and paint-coated aluminum shell is hard to disassemble, so recycling is not a practical option. That's why here we only calculate the waste treatment. Also, plastics are not biodegradable. It takes them thousands of years to decompose. And on the material list, we can also find PVC, which creates toxic pollution in the form of dioxins. At last, I want to address the problem in design and use again. In China, the cosmetic industry is at a fast pace, and the fashion trend is rapidly updated. Since February 2017, Perfect Diary has launched over 2,300 products. The company has been investing more on the exquisite shell design than the quality of the content. And this lipstick we choose comes in nearly 40 colors. For consumers, it's usually unlikely to use up one lipstick before its expiration date and also before a new product comes out. So such business pattern and consumption habits can lead to huge waste. Next, we will show you how we redesign the lipstick to reduce the environmental impact.
We propose this multi-section lipstick design. We break through the traditional understanding of lipstick for customers. Lipstick is no longer a single product, but can be matched according to customers' preference and needs. We choose bamboo as the material for the lipstick shell, which can be repeated recycling. Even the customer directly abandon the finished lipstick will not cause too much pressure on the environment. Here are the engineering drawing and some data of the lipstick. Next is the design details of the lipstick. Our lipstick design consists of several small lipstick units and a cap. Let's take a look at this picture. We have designed the lipstick color on the shell so the customers can identify the color of each lipstick and do not need to tear apart each unit when using this lipstick. Let's have a look at the design strategy. First is multifunction. The design not only satisfies the customer's preference for diversity, but also reduce waste in use, and the overall shape looks like a bamboo, which may arouse a customer's attention to nature and the green. The second one is low impact materialization. Bamboo is a renewable and biodegradable nature resource. We remove all the less environmental friendly components, such as plastic and oil-based paint, and we curve on the shell instead of pasting a label. Also, the ink is organic soil-based ink. Then, it's the materialization. We minimize the amount of materials and simplify the processing steps. And the localization means we use local resource because luckily Chengdu is a bamboo producing area and there are bamboo processing factory around. Based on the new design, we also come up with a concept that customers can return the used lipstick section to store for collective waste treatment, or maybe for exchanging of a new one. The traditional way of selling lipsticks is to abandon a fixed set of lipsticks with different colors, which makes it difficult for users to buy the style they really want, thus resulting in a waste. Our way of selling lipstick allows users to match freely to eliminating the waste. Now, let's focus on the new life cycle analysis of the product. Regarding this part, I would like to emphasize 3 points we redesigned. The first point is the supply of raw materials. The second point is about user purchase. The third point is about recycling and reuse.
Here with the LCA chart of our redesigned lipstick, you can see the environmental impact of a single lipstick through all three phases is reduced sharply, especially in production and distribution. In total, it drops from 46.73 million points to 3.23. If the new design can help avoid 4 extra purchases, the results will be more significant. The biggest contribution actually comes from the alternative material we choose, bamboo. It causes much less energy consumption in both material production, manufacturing process, and end-of-life phase. Also, it makes it possible to utilize local bamboo resource, thus greatly shortens the transportation distance. Well, that brings us to the end of our presentation. Thank you.